Hey guys, it's Jeremy here on Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What do you have for today, guys, is something a little bit different, a collection update video. Haven't been doing too many of these lately at all. Finances have been a little tight, so I haven't been able to pick up too much new music on physical copy or old albums that I haven't got yet. But I'm finally in a better position, so I'm looking forward to being able to buy music more regularly like I normally did. And a fellow YouTuber online, Darcy, 6 Strings, 9 Lives, was offering a great deal on some CDs he was selling on from his collection. A lot of the stuff he was had already replaced on vinyl and didn't want the 2 copies. So he's offering bundles of 9 CDs for like 60 bucks, and then plus the shipping, which is a great deal. Even with the shipping, it would work out to be like $8 or $9 a disc, which is a really good price. Obviously, they're used, but when they came in on Monday, yesterday, they're all in mint condition. Like, they look fresh out of the wrapper, not a scratch or a scuff on any of the discs. So I just wanted to thank Darcy again for shipping them out quickly. I just received them yesterday, so it took like 4 or 5 days, and including the weekend as well. So it's pretty quick. And yeah, I'm really happy with what I was able to pick up from him. Some really killer stuff he was selling. And for that price, I couldn't pass it up. I had to jump on it and grab some stuff I was missing. So let's jump right in, guys. I don't want the video to be too long. The first 4 CDs out of the 9 are the same band. The Canadian Thrashers, Annihilator. Love these guys. I've always been a big fan of these guys, but for some reason my focus was always maybe on buying other albums like the New Testament when it came out, or Overkill or whatever. So I never really picked up much of their stuff. The only CD from them I ever had, I remember having, was Alice in Hell. And even when I went looking for that in my collection, I couldn't come across it. So I'm not sure if I lent it to somebody. I just never got it back. I just couldn't find it. Got lost in a move. But anyways, I grabbed 4 CDs from him, including the most recent release, Ballistic Sadistic, from 2020, I think it was. Yeah, 2020. Unfortunately, one of those albums from that year, a new release, I wasn't able to pick up at the time, but this was on my year-end list for top 20 albums of the year. Really like this album, killer stuff. And Jeff Waters on guitar is obviously the main guy, but shreds all over the place. Really good songs on this, even after all those years from the 89, I think their first album was. Yeah, 89. Still putting out really quality stuff. Good stuff. And I also picked up their second to last album from Darcy, entitled For the Demented. Again, it's a band I plan on buying the whole discography, so I just kind of bought up whatever he had. This was released in 2017. Again, really solid album. They don't really have a bad album, in my opinion. Most people talk about their first 2 albums, but they have some really solid stuff all the way through. And the last 2 I picked up from Darcy, from Annihilator, was their first 2 albums, their most iconic ones, including Never Neverland. I don't really have to say too much about this album. You guys know how great it is. A classic all-time thrash album, along with the debut, Alice in Hell. These 2 albums are just monstrous. They are still my favorite albums from this band, but I'm really happy to have them in my collection. They're ones I've been meaning to pick up again. Like, I'm not sure what happened to Alice in Hell. I had that before and I just couldn't find it. So I'm really excited to have those in my collection, all 4. And the next one I picked up was 2 albums from Sabotage, great heavy metal band. For some reason I never bought any Sabotage albums. I've listened to them a lot on YouTube and stuff over the years, so I'm definitely familiar with the whole catalog. But it's one of those bands on the physical copy side of it that I kind of just never picked up stuff, and I never know why. Even Hull the Mountain King, like, literally it's one of my top 20 albums of all time. I'm not sure if it's because every time I went to look at it to buy it online, it was always, like, in my opinion, maybe overpriced, or I didn't want to pay like, $25 or $30 for a CD. I never found it for a reasonable price, but I definitely want to pick up all their stuff. So again, from Darcy, I picked up this, has 2 in here. Actually, it's a reissue. It has their debut, Sirens, and their first EP as well, The Dungeons Are Calling. So I'm happy to have both of those in 2 in 1 shot. I'm not that fussy about having just the CD on its own, like the original album. I'm not that fussy as long as I have the music. That's all I really care about. These were reissues from, I think, Noise Records. Can't remember. But this was from 2010. But yeah, happy to have that. And also their second album, Power of the Night, another classic album from Sabotage. Really, really good stuff. Super happy to have that in my collection as well. And I'm hoping he had actually Hall the Mountain King and some other ones for sale, but I wasn't quick enough. They sold quicker. I definitely would have grabbed those as well, but it's okay. I got some really cool stuff. And the next two albums are from the same band as well, a death metal band from Sweden entitled The Crown. I just more recently got into these guys with their latest release, which is Royal Destroyer. This was released, I think it was last year. Yeah, 2021. Killer album, great death metal from Sweden. I've been listening to this online quite heavily, just never got a chance to pick up a physical copy. So when I saw Darcy had it on part of his list for sale, I snagged it up right away. This was literally my introduction to the band. I think I've heard their name before that, but I just never checked them out. I was really impressed. It sounded really, really good. So I picked up the other one Darcy had as well, which was the second to last release, which is Cobra Speed Venom from 2018. I listened to this online already, but it's really killer as well, really good stuff. I think I prefer the most recent release a little bit better, but still really, really good. And the last one I picked up here was their latest release from Havoc. I was super excited that he had this for sale. I love Havoc. It's one of my favorite new wave of traditional thrash metal bands. They carry on that old school sound with a modern twist. I have all their CDs except for this one. I just didn't get a chance to pick up their latest release, which is entitled V or 5, fifth album. I think this came out in 2020, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2020. So yeah, this was the only one I was missing from the 5 of theirs. I have the other 4. So super happy to have this in my collection as well. So that's it. So thanks again for Darcy for selling off some really cool stuff. I'm really happy to have these in my collection. All killer material. I was so surprised how much really good stuff he was selling. And yeah, like I said, definitely check out Darcy's channel. I'll leave a link to his channel below. And yeah, I'm really excited to listen to these over the next few days and further my expansion of my collection. So definitely stay tuned for another collection update video in the near future. So until next time, guys, keep it metal.